Hello Video Land, Sawadee Cap. So what you've got here is a video to help promote Robles Lake on the Layfields complex. It's an exclusive booking lake where you can book it Monday to Friday or for the weekends. There's all, it's all full of hand-picked fish, linears, fully scaled, and of course we've got a big old common in there that's hit just under 49 pound, a fish called Helleur, which I very luckily caught in the May session. Within the video I talk tactics, bait and rigs, which is something I never do. Obviously usually we're just goofing about, but I wanted to show what we caught and how we caught it. So if anybody wants to come along blind, they can watch this video and know how we caught them. So that's the reason for that. All of the contact details on how to book the lake will be in the video description on YouTube. So if you want to tap Darren up and have a go, great, happy days. First session is in March, we'll go straight into that. There was a session in April where I caught nothing, came back in May, which is when Helleur came down and we had a giggle, and then I finished the film off in September. So yeah, that's pretty much it, other than to say right at the end of this film I catch a fish and I don't know what it is. I'm all tongue-tied. It's a giant chargoy. So I hope you enjoy the film, and I hope it gives you an insight to what is a lovely little lake that you and a mate can go down with a chance of some lovely fish and a great big fat common carp.
Spug TV.
Right, 20 pounder, lovely job, 1914. Got to put it back, the other one's going. Light is fading. The other one was just under 20, this is just under 14. Right, so let's hope we can find his big daddy, huh? Right, okay, let's get back. Okay, so here we go. There's a Tesco water chestnut, some bamboo shoot stir fry in there with some ready to eat piri piri chicken. We've got a film on, London Has Fallen, glass of red, nice. Some soy sauce, just chicken on the stir fry, some extra piri piri seasoning. Caught first carp of 24. Life is good, baby. Hello campers, a beautiful 29.5 pounder this morning. Hello, we'll take that, won't we? Happy days, happy days. Give me a good fight and all. There's the other side. Had a 15 last night too, so that's 4 now, up to 29.5 pound. Happy days. Yippee! Right, let's get that back. Simple D-rig with a bait screw, an essential IB wafter on it, a couple of magwars in there, liven it up a bit, and yeah, so there you have it. Size 6 wide gape X. So I've been catching, I've had 2 on the salty squid and 2 on essential IB. The illegal bastards. That 29 came on the salty squid, so those wafters, they just sink perfectly on that rig. Critically balanced, just job done. Lovely. Bit of weed, I don't know if you saw that. There's my Willy Wafter, just checking how it sinks. Try and do it so it's film friendly. Lovely. Right, so rig's in there with a bit of foam. Just going to put a couple of scoops of this lot in. We've got pellet, spod and PVA mix. We've got smart liquid all over it. Hemp seed oil, multi-stim, magwars, crushed boilies, and I'm going to put 10 freebies in. Right, so there's 5 essential cell, 5 cell, and that lot. So we're fishing for a bite at a time, and there's a lot of smell going on there. Lovely old job. Well, here we go, another customer. 17.5 pound. So that's fish number 5. Lost a couple. Bitches. Yeah, another nice little scaly one, look. Let's hope the bites continue. It's just over 24 hours in now, and this one gave a proper fight, which I don't like. I like them to swim straight in the net, but he didn't. Saucepans also available in round. It was round once, but let's just say I had a little accident with my barrow and I crashed it, and my frying pan was on the top. And so we're just over 24 hours in. We've had 7 or 8 bites, landed 5. Biggest one was at 29.5. But where I'm fishing, like just off the tree line, because I don't want to get too close in case there's anything that it can scrag me on. When I first got here yesterday, as I was just looking, a really big fish just went straight up like that and down again, right where I've just put that bait, and that's where I've had 3 or 4 bites from that spot. So I hope the big fish that I saw yesterday wasn't the one that I lost today, because if it was, bring me the rope, mate, bring me the rope, you know. But that's fishing for you. You keep going, new rigs, keep going, keep trying. You know, like I say, I've got my boat here. Some people don't like them, don't use them then. Me, I love my boat, it's my favourite possession. Everywhere else I fish, they're banned. It's fine, I've caught enough fish in my life without them, but it's my favourite toy. It's named Twidget, and I don't get to use it much, so you can use them down here if you want. If you don't like them, don't use them. Simple as that, who cares? But it's handy because I'm just giving it that maximum attraction, minimum food source. That's what I'm going for on this one. When the pads are up and all that, like I say, half this lake, the back half will be full of them. You wouldn't be able to fish them spots, but you know, you can drop the lead, keep the fish high in the water, and it's all good, you know. So we'll just see how we get on. We're going to do another night, and I'm going to go home tomorrow afternoon before the rain comes in. So, you know, Darren's asked me to make this film about Robles. And you know, there's some lovely fish in here. I've been a bit unlucky. I've been on pest control, although we have had that nice one, just 29.5. But the scalies, the linears, they're all hand-picked fish, and they're really nice. So there's some 30-pound fully scales in here, and you've got that big Ella. She's a common, and you know, she was last out 48 pounds. So if that goes in my net, I won't be excited at all. So, but we'll carry on. We'll stick to the job in hand. Like I said, keep getting them out there, fresh hooks, you know, all that rubbish, and let's see what happens. You know, we've got a few trips planned over the summer. Got some friends coming that you might recognise, and happy days. We're carp fishing again, first time since November, and it feels good. Okay, it's just gone midnight. It's gone midnight. Right, you can see that. £30, 8 ounces. £30, 8 ounces. My 96th UK 30. We're looking for that 100. So 4 to go. And yeah, well pleased. I don't like night bites, and I don't like photographing them, but you can't keep them in the sack these days, can you? We shouldn't have to. So there we go. £30, 8 ounces. Happy days. Right, let's get that back. Ugh. Right, so last morning I've redone it. I put pineapple smart liquid in, half a thing of squid, so it's all yellowy and wet, and I put a bottle of salmon oil on it as well because I run out of hemp oil, and I only put a little bit of multi-stim in, so it's a bit moister this morning. That should be really giving off some signals. See what happens. Right, at the death, just packing up. This little cheeky monkey come along, I don't know, 17, 18 pound, gave a good scrap, so that's 6 fish, I think, 5, 6 or 7. Cool beans, great first trip. So it's the 19th of May and we're back. Pads are up a bit more now. Summer bobbins are on my pod. Still a bit of cold in the air. Fish are all over the pads. I've gone round and seen them. Seen that big koi, or whatever it's called, 30 odd pounder that is. It's been a bit of jumping. Had a little play with the rigs. I don't want any more losses. I've stayed away from them. I'm off the pads in clear spots, about 6 foot, 2 of them, about 5 foot on the right hand rod in the edge, up to the right, and it looks beautiful. It's really changed, isn't it? Mental. Got a little friend coming down later, you might recognise him, and yeah, hopefully we'll get 1 or 2. Well, here's a little dog you might recognise. Bert the carp dog. And there's an old dog that you'll definitely recognise. Oi oi! It's my old mate Nick. And we've got the tunes on. Back from the days we used to kick about together. The cob's on. We're having a lovely time. And the last time we went fishing together was 1999. On the Mia for the Black Mirror, Nick landed the snub-nosed cob, 25, 27 pound, wherever it was. Proper capture. So we'll come back to you. Hopefully rods are in.
Time's a funny old thing, Spug, isn't it?
Time is a funny old thing, mate.
25 years gone like that.
Mental, mental.
Incredible.
Right, we've got food to drink. We've got drink to drink and food to eat. So we'll come back to you later. Morning.
Morning. Professionals, aren't we?
Well, one of us is, one of us isn't.
It only took all night.
Nice wake up call, perfect time, 7 in the morning.
I was up at 5, mate, to have the coffee. I could hear you up.
Yeah.
It was dark when you were up.
Yeah, I got up at 4.
Yeah, that's the sort of time I wake up as well. It's a fucking nightmare, isn't it?
That's a lorry driving job for you.
Yeah.
They give a good row in here, didn't they?
Yeah. Thought I was going to get that right.
There's little Bert, look. He's all excited.
Yeah, mate, Bert loves a cod. It is a petty.
Little one.
Yeah.
He is shaking with excitement.
Yeah, he is, yeah. Mirror. It's alright, I'll get the net, mate. We're all good.
Yeah, some nice little linears in here. Not real nice looking fish, you know. I can't get over Bert shaking.
It's been a while since you've seen one on the end, Bert, isn't it? You're excited. You're okay. Only a carp.
A feisty fellow.
Oh yeah, super feisty. A couple jumped earlier, didn't they?
Yeah, yeah.
Why do I have to fight so hard?
I don't know, I just like them when they swim straight in the net.
Yeah, me too.
Spit the hook out and go 27-2.
Yeah, see you later. And then put themselves back. That'd be ideal. Oh, Bert. I've seen one before.
You've seen many before.
You've seen one, yeah, you did see it. He's hanging on, isn't he?
It could be a 20, mate.
Oh,
That's just amazing. I heard some proper rippers in the night. I was laughing.
mate, yeah, I was ripping.
Yeah,
That's the old salt and chilli pork belly.
that's that pork, wasn't it? Yeah.
Oh, come on, you should have been in 10 minutes ago.
They do, I'll tell you, honestly, I've been battered by them.
I don't know why they have to be like that.
I think it's because a lot of them ain't seen hooks, mate.
Yeah, I should imagine that's what it is, mate. They're not caught, are they? Oh, he's 20.
Could be, couldn't he?
Yeah, he's...
Oh, behave yourself.
That was a big one, wasn't it?
There's a looked a good one, yeah.
Oh, I nearly got the other line.
Yay!
There we are. But stop eating it. There you go, first one. It's a nice start, isn't it? Lovely little linear. Bert's very interested in this one. It's been a while since he's been fishing and he wants to bite them for some reason. God knows why. You can't bite them, Bert. And we're pre-coffee, so we're a bit bleary-eyed. But there you go. Lovely carp for the first one.
Take that morning.
Same time as yesterday morning, isn't it? Just sat here. Oh, over it's gone.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's been very quiet. We got a nice view of that great big common yesterday.
Yeah.
He's a monster, isn't he?
He is.
I didn't really, you know, when you come and fish somewhere, I wasn't too worried about what's in there. But like when you're looking at a load of 20s and the odd 30 and then this giant, I think, oh, all of a sudden I've got a bit of interest.
There you go. He's a nice carp, isn't he? What's he? He's got to be knocking mid-20, and he's quite chunky.
I would have thought so, mate. He's a chunky old chap.
Yeah.
He's got a couple of big scrapes on this side. He's obviously had a go at spawning in the last week or so, but it doesn't look like he's dropped a penny, does it?
No. Bit of lamb kebabs there. Kick things off. A starter.
Starter, yeah. Starter.
Starter, mate. Starter.
That's the best way. We had a good one last night, didn't we? We took it in stages.
Stages,
it
yeah.
It was like a 10-course meal, but with a barbecue.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
Have a bit of salt going on there, look.
Yeah, mate, go.
Take it nice and steady. Have these. Half an hour later, have something else. We'll probably come back to you. Right, an hour later, get them steaks on.
Yeah, mate.
Bit of salt on there, boy.
Yeah, got plenty of salt on there, mate. They're cooking away lovely, look at that.
Oh, here we go.
Come on, Bert. Get in the baby, come on. There's a good boy. We've got coffee to make, haven't we?
A lot of it.
Lots of coffee. Good boy.
Right, time warp. It's now mid-September, and I've come back to hopefully finish this film off, and I need to do some cutbacks to what happened on that last session with Nick. So the very first session where I think I had 10 bites, I lost 2 or 3. 2 of them I lost when my hook link snapped as the fish charged into the pads. Now I've been using, I don't know why it does that. I just wish these women would leave me alone. I don't want it. I'm retired. Got nothing to do with the fact you look like fucking Penfold off Danger Mouse on dating apps, but we won't go there. Let's just pretend we're still a handsome young man, even though we're clearly not. Right, so the first session when I had like 10 bites, I lost a couple. Now I've been using this fluorocarbon D-rig. I've been using it on charity, and the hook holes have been fantastic. It never tangles. Perfect rig for wafters. The wafters just gently sit down. There's nothing to worry about. It's perfect. Nice size 6 wide gauge pecs. Hooks and beautiful. Everything's been great. I was using that on here on that session off the tree line. But as I've got a couple of bites and I'm pulling them in closer, the pads were coming up. They hadn't quite hit the surface at that point, but they got these really thick log type roots, and then they come up in pairs. I don't know, I'm not a liliologist, but they're bastards. and I was playing the fish, and they do give a good row in here, and I was playing them like, and then snap. That as they dived into the roots of the pads to try and get out, it worked, and my hook link snapped. So I'm like, oh, I didn't like that. That's not playing the carp game in my book. So I thought, well, it might have just been unlucky. I'll just stick to my guns, and then I landed one, maybe two, and then I lost another in exactly the same circumstances. Fish piling into the pad roots, snap. Now, I've always said, and most of my mates are the same, that if you lose a fish, it's a shame. You know, we don't come to lose them or try and get them in our nets. That's a general idea. But if you lose another one in exactly the same fashion as you lost the first one in, which is you've put it in the wrong place, your rig's not up to the job, whatever, that's shame on you, because you knew there was a possibility, you know, that you might lose it. You knew that. So if I've been looking slightly offset, I've been looking at the screen, not the lens. Oh, it's fucking complicated, isn't it? So I'd lost another one, so I thought, that's it, I'm sacking them rigs. I cannot use those rigs in this particular circumstance. Where if I'm anywhere near the pads. I managed to land the 30 on a D rig away from the pads, but the other rods were sacked. I made these little braided rigs. Stevie Wonder could have made them, they were awful. And I saw the session out with another bite or so, and I went home thinking, oh, I can't use them rigs with them pads, they don't go together. So I came down for another session, which I didn't film because it was absolutely freezing and I caught nothing. I didn't even get a beep, but I'd gone on the Ronnies that I use on the weedy no pub water that I'm fishing. Totally confident in them. They work on that water perfectly, but I didn't get a bite. So I wasn't over worried because it was really horrible and there was no fish come out anywhere, you know, across the complex or any of the lakes that I'm hearing what's going on. So then we get to the trip with Nick, and I've still got my Ronnies on. I've took off the crappy braided rigs I made and I went on to the Ronnies. So I thought, well, there's a pop-up, I can use one as a wafter, you know, but I looked at the mechanics of it, and me personally, I wouldn't want a Ronnie for a wafter. It's just not when I've seen how well that fluorocarbon was working. Anyway, I put them out. The intention was to have a nice time with Nick, and we did have a nice time. We hadn't anyway, so we were looking forward to it. Was having a lovely time. Nick caught one, then another, same time in the morning, and I know that, you know, we've got those fish on film, you've seen them now, and I noticed his hook holds were really, really good. I mean, like, they were proper in there, and I'm like, whoa mate, what rig's that? And he said, it's the multi-rig. What's that then? I'd heard about the multi-rig, and he said it was just 2 loops. And then you loop your hook on. I might even try and show you one, so we've got a tiny technical section. You just loop your hook on, and then when the hook goes blunt, just pull it off, put another one on, so you don't have to. I thought, hang on a second, I've been looking. He said you can use it for pop-ups, wafters, whatever. I'm thinking, I've been looking for this rig forever. I hate making braided rigs. They never come out well with these inbred 6 fingers per hand. And I'm like, oh, I like that. So once he'd got up to about 3 or 4 fish, I said, right, let's go down the shop and I'm going to get what I need to do it. Lighter leads, whatever. Because I had like 3.5 ounce leads with, you know, Ronnies and stuff. It was all nothing for a little delicate place like this, you know, it's only tiny. So we took Bert and we went down the local tackle shop, we got the bits, come back, made my rigs. I think we still had a night and a day to go. So I flicked them out, got them out. Nick's got his out. We've had another barbecue, which you've probably seen by now, and we had a lovely time. Nick caught another 1 or 2, whatever it was. He went home on 5 fish, and he left me at 9 o'clock in the morning, and I'd been fishing for just under 24 hours with the new rigs on. So he's gone at about 10 o'clock, which is 3 hours past the bite time, or what we'd been getting. They'd all been in the mornings. My left hand rod, that goes off with a pop-up on the multi-rig, and I've landed the same 27 mirror that Nick landed, strangely enough, you know. So I'm like, okay, well look, it's a fish, I'm blank. So I put it in a retainer and I phoned up Terry, who works here. I said, you couldn't do us a favour, just if you're here, pop up and do us a picture, you know, save me getting all the tripods out and all that crap. He said, yeah, I'll come up now. Top man, just what you need. So Terry walks in between, Darren's on the way, and another mate of theirs, Darren Layfield, who's asked me to do this film, the owner. And they're in a swim, and then all of a sudden my right hand rod has gone. Now my right hand rod is on single sticks through a hole in the reeds. It was on my pod, but I'm fishing under or near the tree line over there. I'll show you after I've done this bit. And the line from the rod was just like at this sharp angle across the lake, and I thought, you know, I thought the day before when I put the new rigs on, you need to sort that out. You're just being lazy. You're never going to get a bite off that with a bloody bowstring going across. You want it to the right with a nice bow going down to it, so you're not, you know, you haven't got wire in there scaring them fish. So I changed that when we got back from the shop. I put it on the single sticks. Like I said, I'll come back to it, and I had a better line lay. Well, that rod went. So the 27 had gone straight out, and then as Terry was here, that's gone off. So I've hooked it. And instantly it's on the edge of the pads. It's got into the pads and everything stopped. Didn't panic, held the rod up, steady pressure, and then after 10-15 seconds, boom, boom, yeah, it's just coming. So I'm playing it back gently, and I see there's your water level, the back of a common came out like that. And I see it clear as a day, and I said to Terry, I said, that was a common, mate. He turned around to me and said, well, if that's a common, it's either 25 pounder or it's Helleur. Last out 48.10, and everybody's saying she's going to be 50. Hadn't been out for months and months. Everybody's saying she's going to be 50 pound. Well, my rusty bullet hole went, no! I mean, a 50 pound common, that's my dream fish. The only thing I haven't caught that I want to catch is that true blue English 50 pound common. And we're hitting it today. A true blue 50 pound English common, and it's a possibility that I got one on, so my legs are shaking like, get this in. Now I knew it wasn't a 25 pound common. Many of you have hooked them, they're not exactly rare, but you hook a 25 pound common, what do you get? You get bastardised, don't you? When they're as nutty as a teenage girl, aren't they? This wasn't like that. This was just slow, and I thought, that's that big un. I know it's that big un. Anyway, it came in, Terry netted it, and I'm standing there going, it's Helleur! And it's like, Terry looks in the net, he goes, yeah mate, you've got Helleur. And I'm running around there, you know, anyway. So I'm running around going, Rrr! And next thing is it foul hooked. It's always one of my big fears. I said to Terry, is she hooked all right? Yeah, fine mate, lovely. So bang, it was Helleur 46.2. And I've had to cut this bit in. I'll now show you the footage of Helleur. It's not great footage. We had Darren in his wheelchair, bless him, holding the umbrella, trying to hold the cameras, people running around him, it was raining. You can see it's a cracking, big, beautiful fish. It's a PB common. My last PB common's 42.4 from Frimley, Charlie's mate. No, not Charlie's mate, Charlie. Charlie's mate's the big one. And so it's a PB common, and we're like happy days. So I'll show you that footage now. Oh my God, Helleur is there. Luckily, we've got Darren, he's helping us out with the rain, and Terry, thank God. Nick was only saying earlier, he said, you'll catch it mate. You caught the last big one, didn't you? And I'm like, I don't think so. Right. Nick is going to laugh his head off. I was sitting there going like, I'm unhappy with how my rigs are working. I had Ronnie's on and this bit of cabbage in it. She may get them longer rigs on the multi-rig. So I don't even know how to tie it. So we had a tuition. Both of them come on the multi-rigs. Both nailed. Thank you, Nick. So, well, we've got to raise the Jolly Roger. Raise the Jolly Roger. Hey, hey. UK 40. Right, so that's the right hand rod that I'd moved, which is the one that rattled off as Terry had come to take the pictures of the 27 for me. We're up to speed now. It's middle of September. We've got a couple of free nights to play with. Hopefully we can get a few more fish on this film and I can manage to scrabble it together and get something half sensible for you to watch. But to, you know, to help Darren with sort of promoting it, hopefully people can watch it, see what it's all about. You can hire the lake for the week, Monday to Friday, or you can have it for weekends. Prices and availability are all through Layfields Lakes and Darren Layfields. Just ask, get hold of him through Facebook, Instagram, whatever, and ask, you know, what the prices are. I'm not going to put the prices on here because they may change. Who knows? But, you know, it's a nice exclusive bit of fishing for a couple of you, maybe 3 you could possibly squeeze in. I'd want it 2 like we've got it here. You've got a lovely lawned swim, which is something you don't see much these days, and you got some cracking fish. You know, hopefully before the end of this film we'll see that big fully scale. We've got the dad of that little one we had earlier, or the granddad. He's about 30 pound and he is a stunner, but anything will do. And hopefully by the end of this film it will be half watchable. You never know with me, Mr. Inconsistent, but you know, don't do this for a living, do I? Feed chickens in a lorry, 43 ton. Here we go, nice little scaly one, pretty little fish. Apologies if you saw me in my underpants, sorry. Nice arse though. Probably just under 20 pounds, around 20 pounds, probably 18, 19, something like that. So, right, happy days. The cameraman's had himself a lovely 25 pound mirror. So yeah, lovely fish, isn't it?
Indeed, mate.
Happy days. Righto, mate.
You can cut all that, can't you?
Yeah. Well, there we go. Just under 20 pounds, just over 19 and a half, I think. Typical fish for here. That's what it's all about. Nice place to be, a nice looking fish. So we've got 24 hours left. Hopefully that won't be the last one. Lovely. Right then. So that's the multi-rig that we've been using, that Nick was using. You got braid, you got a loop one end and just a loop the other end. See that all right?
Yep.
And the loop goes through the front of the hook, put your bait screw on, goes over the top, and that's it. Just set it so you sort of make a D out of it and just put your wafter on. And what's so good about it, pull it through and then just take that off, put a new hook on. do that every fish if you want. Saves sharpening them, doesn't it? So yeah, just 2 loops, easy as you like. Happy days. Technical section. Right, so there we have, it's a size 6 quarter curve and a mainline essential IB wafter just sitting on that D of that hook. So we don't do technical sections very much on here, but you can hopefully see that alright. It's the best I can do. So I just finished doing the multi-rig bit. Rod's gone off with this fish, just over 27 pound. It's a koi chargold, I don't know what they call it, but he's very nice to meet him. Happy days.